Say this to yourself every day. It's not over until I win. It's not over till I win. Not over till I get through. Not over till I get over. Not over till I get what I want. Door can't open today, look out. I'm going to come back and take the hinges off. That's how you got to do that. You've got to have that kind of courage, that type of determination. If you want to make it happen, it's you. But you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen.
You don't choose your passions choose you. And all of us are gifted with certain passions, and the people who are lucky are the ones who get to follow those.
I see mentoring as it's a transfer of energy from my mind to your mind. I had, without question, some of the best coaches, mentors that you will ever find. And these programs are nothing but the result of that.
It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the box. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you.
I know why you hate me. You hate me because you're probably in the bed right now. You're probably an underachiever. You're probably somebody who doesn't want to do anything with your life. So I make you question everything about yourself. So I'm going to continue making you question yourself by coming out here and being even more successful.
You don't make plans of your own, guess what? You'll probably fall into someone else's plans. Guess what someone else may have planned for you? Not much. So take a look at the next 5 years of your life. It's going to be like the last 5, unless you change. And if you will change, everything will change.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Whenever you feel negative or unhappy about anything, you say, wait a minute, I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for what happens. I can't change the past, so I'm not going to spend a second worrying about the past. I'm going to become so busy working on my future and my goals that I don't have time to think about the past.
You had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
Work like hell and advertise. You get it? Work like hell, go to bed, and early to rise, work like hell and advertise. So you work your ass off, and then you let the world know about your work. That's what it is all about. Let people know if you have a company, if you have a movie, if you do a sports. Work your ass off, but then advertise and let everyone know.
Stress doesn't come from hard work. The stress primarily comes from not taking action over something that you can have some control over. Stress comes from ignoring things that you shouldn't be ignoring.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane. Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? It's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of worrying constantly. So you got to love it, you got to have passion.
Ideas don't come out fully formed. They only become clear as you work on them. You just have to get started. If I had to know everything about connecting people before I got started, I never would have built Facebook. Movies and pop culture just get this all wrong. The idea of a single eureka moment is a dangerous lie. It makes us feel inadequate because we feel like we haven't had ours yet.
We got to be excited about the future. We got to do things that make us want to live. You know, it cannot always be about problems every day. I mean, do you want to wake up every morning and everything's just a problem? What inspires you and what makes you excited about the future? There's got to be some things like that.
Think what I said. Success is 5% strategy, 95% mindset. Most people spend 95% of their time on strategy, 5%, if any at all, on mindset. It's about the mind.
I believe in the power of wandering. All of my best decisions in business and in life have been made with heart, intuition, guts, not analysis. When you can make a decision with analysis, you should do so, but it turns out in life that your most important decisions are always made with instinct, intuition, taste, heart.
I hate plan B. Every thought that you put into plan B, you're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A. I've never ever had a plan B. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go and be a bodybuilding champion. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna get in the show business and I'm going to be a leading man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. I will do the work over and over and over until I get it.
Accept the pain. Smile at the pain. Embrace the pain. Pain is the gatekeeper of destiny. Pain is there to ask you one simple question. Do you really want to achieve your goals, or are you just a talker?
Money changes people. It really doesn't. You know what I learned about money? Money don't change people. Money allows you to be more of who you really are. See, if you're a kind person, when you get a lot of money, you become a kinder person. If you're when you get a lot of money, you become a big hole. It's money. It allows you to amplify whoever you really are.
There's two ways to see the world. Some people see the thing that they want, and some people see the thing that prevents them from getting the thing that they want.
I became obsessed with being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created. Am I that? I don't care. I believe it. Once you become obsessed with something, it's okay to be unbalanced for a while. To be the best in the world at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great.
One of the biggest mistakes people generally make, and I'm guilty of it too, is wishful thinking. You know, like you want something to be true, even if it isn't true. And so you ignore the things that, you ignore the real truth because of what you want to be true. This is a very difficult trap to avoid. But if you just take that approach of you're always to some degree wrong, and your goal is to be less wrong.
In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk.
If you want to be successful, learn from the other people's mistakes. Don't learn from the successful stories.
And now it's our generation's turn to do great things. Now I know, maybe you're thinking, I don't know how to build a dam. I don't know how to get 1 million people involved in anything. Well, let me tell you a secret. No one does when they begin. Ideas don't come out fully formed. They only become clear as you work on them. You just have to get started.
If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. Now, that doesn't mean that every wild notion you come up with is going to be genius, but if there is something that you feel is good, something you want to do, something that means something to you, try to do it, because I think you can only do your best work if you're doing what you want to do, and if you're doing it the way you think it should be done, and if you can take pride in it after you've done it, no matter what it is. If you could look at it and say, I did that, and I think it's pretty damn good. That's a great feeling. So don't let idiots talk you out of something that you think is good.
The best piece of advice I ever got, I said earlier, was from Nick Evans, my director. He said to me,
turn your nerves into excitement.
And use your nerves as a fuel to be better and to better yourself. So that has been the most valuable piece of advice. I use it every day, and it's helping me get to where I want to be.
Most of the limitations we have do not exist in reality. They exist only in your own mind. And one of the starting points of great achievement is to start questioning those self-limiting beliefs and throw them off and act as if they did not exist.
Whenever I meet a pretty girl, the first thing I look for is intelligence. Because if she doesn't have that,
then she's mine.
Listen, I'm a normal person from a normal family, from a normal home, in a normal area, just like you guys watching at home. Listen, sometimes normal people can do extraordinary things, and I'm just proof of it. Let's just work hard and go for it, man.
One of my favorite quotes that I've heard from you recently is this: consistency doesn't guarantee that you're going to be successful, but not being consistent will guarantee that you won't reach success.
I see people that are depressed, go get a six-pack, come back, tell me you're depressed. Impossible. And people get sick of this. When you're proud of yourself, it's impossible for you to be down. Hey, don't want to believe me? Fine, stay the same.
My mom told me this: hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. Pride has 3 letters, but so does joy. And negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. You always have a choice, so choose the better side of it.
Success is the only revenge. I want you to win so big that the people that didn't believe in you, they don't even exist. Burning your haters' eyes out, torturing your haters with success. They don't even exist. You're letting them take up space in your head because you're using them as fuel. I don't even think about them. Success is the only revenge.
It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms because it makes me just like, what if?
Patience. Patience is a skill we must master. Patience is one of the most valuable skills a human being must master. And I'm working hard to master it, and I feel I'm getting there. So time will show all of them. That's it.
I don't understand how you at home are not suffering in your mind from the flame and pain of your insignificance. Don't you look in the mirror and hate yourself because nobody knows your name? How do you exist in this frame of mind without feeling a deep shame? You talk about Batman, talk about any of these things. They go through tribulation and they continue to try no matter what. They persist.
How many people in the world do you completely trust? Completely, 100%. I'm not gonna say names because I think it's not fair, but I will say 4%. 4? Yes. 100% trust, 4%.
This glass right here, someone imagined it and then they created it, right? So if you imagine yourself as a version that you want to be and you start acting like it, that's when it comes into the physical realm. But it all starts here.
Choosing the right mother for your kids is more important than choosing a beautiful wife for yourself.
You want to be rich? Don't be an employee.
Okay.
You want to be rich? Be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
But it's a choice. Employees have to save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. I don't touch any of that stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I don't have to.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur. I buy the gold mine. I get the gold. I buy the silver mine. I buy the real estate. I buy the hotels. I do not save dollars.
Okay.
I use debt to buy real estate.
Right.
I pay no taxes legally.
Yeah.
And I save gold and silver.
Success is like being pregnant. Everyone says congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you got fucked.
I have no problem being hated, by the way. It's a real weakness to want to be liked. A real weakness. And I do not have that.
I know how much hard work it takes to pursue your dream of building a business. The long hours, time away from family, the rejection, the ideas you know are brilliant that just don't seem to catch on. There is a great quote from Thomas Edison that does the best job of defining what it's like to be an entrepreneur. I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that don't work.
To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive. Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. They say stories like this only happen in the movies. I cannot believe it's happening to me. Mom, I just won an Oscar.
Once a cheater, always a cheater, Steve?
No.
Okay, because men grow up and men change. You can make mistakes and grow from it and learn from it. Every time a man cheats doesn't mean you have to give him another chance either. All men can change, but there is only one woman we will change for. There is only one.
Remember, there is nothing in this world that can hurt you as much as your thoughts. And there is nothing in this world that can heal you as much as your thoughts.
When you lose your money, you lose nothing. When you lose your health, you lose something. When you lose your character, you lose everything. Remember that.
You have to work hard. Doesn't matter how much lucky you are, doesn't matter how much privileged you are, or doesn't matter how much smart you are. If you work hard, there is someone sitting up there and he will definitely surprise you.
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover.
No, because if you're a lover, you gotta be a fighter.
How so?
Because if you don't fight for your love, what kind of love do you have?
No, I'm kidding. If you're born in a poor family, that's not your mistake. If you die as a poor person, that's your mistake.